Good morning, friends and family. Though most of the garden is done and diseased, there are still some beautiful things going on that I'm just gonna give you a peek at. These little aromas just keep producing. And we can't forget these amazing melons in here that I have tied up. They're huge, you know, about the size that you find in the grocery store of cantaloupes. Don't mind my gardener's manicure. Those will definitely ripen. I have this one up here. I don't know if there'll be enough time for him, but that's exciting. Cucumbers are shot. I try to cut some back, but it's still covered with bees. I'd hate to take away their food unnecessarily. So everybody knows what a dying garden looks like. But there's still beauty and there's still growth. That's an elephant's trunk pepper. Little Juliets. Paprikas. Pepperoncinis. Orange and red. I'm going to be pulling these, I believe today, to make hot pepper sauce. Pepper plants here. Oops. Let me go around the other side. Ooh. African blue basil. I had to make a note to myself to not plant an African blue basil next to your jalapeno plants. Pollinators do not like me harvesting my jalapenos. Ooh. I think I just saw a mason bee on there. Is that a mason bee? Beautiful. So check out these cayenne peppers. So red, and those guys are ready. So I have some reddies and I have some greenies. These are so good. So much to do with these peppers. I've been putting them in salsa. I've been dehydrating them. I've been putting them in salsa. I've been dehydrating them. I have made pepper flakes, and I've used them in my cowboy candy that I made. Used them in chili. Oh, did I say salsa? My goodness, so much salsa. Is there gonna be much of a football season this year? Kinda hope so. Lots of beautiful things still going on. Look, my little cabbage split. Guess I better harvest that, see what's going on. Well, it's thick as a brick. I don't know about this one. I am not cabbage savvy. These little red ones, not doing much. Okay, so these purple cabbages did not form heads. I did have 3 here, so they might have been too close together to form heads, but also they're cool weather crops, and I think it was just too warm for them over here, so they didn't grow heads. So I'm probably going to be pulling these up and just cleaning up this bed for next year. But I do still have these peppers here. Look at these little cuties. These are really not going to get much, you know, not going to get too big. I think they're the Jamaican Scotch. Does that sound familiar? Looking for the tag. Tag's long gone. But again, these don't get a lot of sun here. Actually, they get about 6 hours. But the peppers like it hotter. Cabbage likes it cooler. I'm glad to see these are growing. And this is Jamaican Scotch over here. They get too much shade. My Kajari melons are clinging. This is my sad, sad onion bed. Very small onions. This is the Phileas Blue extra that I planted here. They're doing okay. Here's a nice carrot. Yeah, nice carrot. And this is a bell pepper over here. Oh, look at these. Hello. Okay, in the spring, my seedling tray fell over. I planted some miscellaneous things around, and I have this. So I saw similar leaves like this on Greta's Garden YouTube channel, and hers was broccoli, so I was like, aha, it's broccoli. But I came and looked in here, and I'm like, I don't see any broccoli flowering. Maybe it won't do much. But it is getting taller, and then I look down here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is this possibly Brussels sprouts? I think it may be. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Try to keep the bugs off it. Some Swiss chard here. But right next to the Swiss chard are bell peppers. But these are Lilac Bells. Do you see a nice dark, rich purple? So I'm gonna harvest these. Lilac Bells. This is a lilac bell. It's overripe. It's a lot of shade over here. This is the Thai hot bush. It's a tiny little bush, tiny little peppers. And it too is getting shaded out by my collards here. I think I just broke the branch that was feeding this guy. Oh well. Stupid is, stupid does. Okay, so this is today's harvest. Some cucumbers and end of season tomatoes. These were not going to continue ripening. They were splitting. So I'm going to see if I can get them to ripen a little bit more. Two very ripe elephant trunk peppers. And a banana pepper. These beauties, these are the Lilac Bells, heart-shaped. Very nice. Gonna use those today. This is a honey nut squash. I thought these were gonna be bigger, and I actually butchered the branch it was growing off of and not realizing another one was growing on it. So this will be the only one I'm going to have from that. And then the cabbage, this one's split. We have been getting a lot of rain, so it's probably because of all the rain we got and a combination of too much heat. So there were small heads to begin with because of the heat, I believe. But I did manage to harvest this off, and I'll make a little coleslaw out of that. I'm pleased with it all. End of August. It's been a really great vegetable season for me. Did a lot of canning and fairly new at canning and hydrating. I did some more hydrating this year than I did last year for sure. Just so I can take advantage of my harvest and not waste anything.